हेलो।
यस।
अरे ये दूसरे का भाभी का नंबर है, मेरे में जूम मीटिंग अटेंड किया हूँ तो इसमें क्या।
बस प्लीज अनम्यूट योर
चार्ज भी नहीं है। ओ का हालचाल। प्लीज अनम्यूट अनम्यूट। अनम्यूट। अरे कुछ नहीं, बस ठहर।
दिलीप।
ओ सुना दिवाली कैसे गई?
हुई दिस यार
बहुत बेकार। कैसे?
अरे भाई म्यूट करो ना।
हैं? रुक गया बे ना 5 मिनट पर, ठीक है। हेलो हेलो सर म्यूट।
Yes, good evening, students. I hope you are all doing well. I am welcoming all of you to ACS Horticulture second demo class for JRF, SRF, and NET aspirants. Today's class going to deliver by Mr. Dilip, PhD scholar in pomology from US Bangalore. So welcome Dilip. Please start screen sharing. Please share your presentation. Students, please inform if any of your friend yet to join to enjoy this today's pomology class. And I am requesting all of you students to smooth conducting of demo of this class. You please unmute your video and audio during entire class. During discussion time, you will one by one. If you want to ask any doubt, any query, then you will one by one you will unmute and will ask. Okay, Dilip, please go ahead.
Yes, sir.
Aditya, please, you will be there, na? Yeah, Aditya. Okay, Dilip, continue.
Yeah. So good evening to everyone. I think I'm audible and my presentation is visible to everyone. Please confirm anyone, please.
Yes, it's audible and visible.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you, sir. So good evening to everyone who are all present here, the JRF and SRF aspirants of ICAR exams. Myself, Dilip. I am PhD scholar in pomology. Presently, I'm pursuing my second PhD horticulture at the Department of Horticulture, US, GKVK, Bengaluru. So basically today I will be dealing with the basics of pomology. I thought of taking a mango crop, but yeah, that was too much bulky and it won't be covering in one class. So hence, before going to any crop, the basics is very much essential, I believe actually. So hence I took it as a basics of pomology today. So I think it will be helpful to everyone, and I will also be teaching the way which I learned during my UG times for anything, not only with respect to fruit or anything, but what are the things I learned in my way, whatever the way I learned, I will be teaching you. So let's go ahead. So before actually, I will tell something about the exams. Means here till so you when you actually write the exam, there will be three phases. One is preparing, and another one is revision, and getting ready. So preparation means you have to read what are the mandatory books and what are the syllabus that is mentioned in ICR this one, and also all those things you should be thoroughly ready, thoroughly get prepared, and you have to be ready with and the revision means next step is revision means you have to revise whatever the things you learned and whatever the things that is retained in your study. And also next is getting ready for exam. That means in that stage you have to uh, assess yourself by mock test or any solving the old papers and discussion like that. So hence I will be teaching all those things when it in the coming when I take up the classes. So let's go to the pomology. So what is pomology? So pomology, we all know that it's a fruit science, and it contains two words, that is pomum and logy. We all know that pomum means fruit and logy means science. So what is from which language the poem is derived? The poem, it is derived from the Latin language, and the logi, it is from the Greek language. So here we have to get an idea on everything, that is then from which language the olericulture is derived. So Oleris means Latin and culture means English. So you have to read like this. So you got pomology and you got olericulture, and similarly you have to make a list of all such similar terms which you encounter while reading. For example, this topiary. Topiary came from Roman language, and also hormone from German language. Like that, you will be getting many other such terms like ikebana, bonsai. Those are from Japanese words. So irrespective of the fields, when you get a similar type, the grouping is very essential here. So when you do it and when you make a list of those things, you will be easily remembered. So at once you will get everything, and it will be remembered. When you further, and it will be easy for memorizing also. Again, I should go to fruit science section, and again I should go for vegetable section in this term, and floriculture section. No, when you get all these things in a list in one place, it will be very much helpful. So moving further to fruit science, this is the science of cultivation of production of fruit crops, or scientific cultivation of fruit crops. And the data is very much essential. That is fruit. We all know that India is the second largest producer of fruit and vegetable after China, and also the current fruit production. So this is very much important. Whether the recent statistical data, whether one or two questions may directly or indirectly be arise from these things. So the current fruit production being almost near to 100 metric tons, sorry, 100 million tons. So it is being 99.07 million metric tons. So this is the very recent data of the second advanced estimates. This is released by Press Information Bureau. Hence, this is also important that you should rely on the authentic and also the updated resource. So this is, you don't worry about the number now, for now, but you should definitely be aware of these things while you write the exam. So this time is the first or second advanced estimate. When the exam is near, there will be some third advance, or again another year will be passed, and another data might have come. So you have to be very updated in this section. So similarly, again the grouping comes here. So what is the total horticulture production, and also what is the total food grain production? It is fortunate to say that the horticulture production is being overtaken by the food production since from many, I think when I was in UG, so in 2014 or 15. Since then, the horticulture production is, it has overtaken the food grain production. The horticulture production is now, as for now, is 310.74 million metric tons, and food grain production being 295.67 million metric tons. And the growth rate, so this might not be any important for, I think, at the level of JRF, but for the level of SRF and also for ASRB net prelims. So these things might occur as an indirect question. What is the growth rate? Oh, I have read the statistics and all. So okay, the area of production, productivity, fruit. So, and I didn't encounter such questions. So this is just as a gist in the bulletin. Also, there will be mentioned what is the growth rate, and which are the crops contributed for the highest production, whether the production is being highest or lowest, in which degree this rate or increasing or decreasing trend has been occurred. All that in all that things, they will be adjusted in the production also. So hence you have to carefully assess the things which are very much important. There will be some, it is a page, it will be of around 200-300 pages. You don't need not to be going through all those things. It's waste actually. So but what are the very essential things? No, so this has to be mandatorily you should study. And this, we all know that India is the first largest producer of which crops? That is, banana and mango. And what are the other crops? Other crops apart from the fruit crops are, that is cardamom and jute. These are the ones which are being pioneered by India. And India is the second largest producer of, that is, milk, rice, tomato, potato, and also cashew apple. Here, why I have put the star mark in milk? Because since recent, since up to 2 years, until 2 years before, milk, India was the pioneer in milk production. But now America, USA has been being the number one in milk production. So you should be very much, this is what I said, you should be updated. So milk, there will be a question, which country is the largest producer of milk? India is the largest producer of dash. So milk will be there. Some other crop will be there. When if the milk is being in the first option, definitely our pen will be go on the first option only when you saw milk. So hence the updating yourself, updating the data is very much essential here. So moving further, it is also as important for to know the highest fruit producing state. At least not all, but at least top three you should be knowing. The first is AP, Andhra Pradesh, which is being almost 16% of the fruit production is contributed by Andhra Pradesh. Second one is Uttar Pradesh, and also third one is Maharashtra. Last year, the serial number was not like this. First one was AP, second one was Maharashtra, and third one was UP. Now UP came to second place and Maharashtra. So like that, this might also be a question. So which are the states like that you should be updated. So majorly exported fruit crop last year was pomegranate. Yeah, this is one of the thing which actually asked by one of the exams. I don't know which one, but when my friends wrote exam, but in that one, which is the majorly exported fruit crop in the last year, the answer was pomegranate. So hence, and also what are the other numericals that will come? I say a recommendation of fruit consumption per day, that is 120 gram per day, and also vegetables 280 grams per day. But yeah, those things should be updated. So here I am again telling you should be updating regarding these things. And coming to nutrient rich sources. So here there are several things in basic horticulture, but all those are not required, at least for few things I mentioned here. What are richest sources, that is vitamin A, that is we all know that it's mango, and vitamin B1, cashew nut, B2, and also similarly ascorbic acid, carbohydrates, protein, fiber, fat, yeah, and calcium, phosphorus, iron. Here, what are the star marks I have mentioned? No, these are the ones which are frequently asked. So we might get a question that which one is the richest source of which nutrient? I mean, which vitamin or which mineral, but may not be mandatorily may not be a which one, that is the quantity. I know remembering all these things are very much tough, but at least for these things, yeah, this one is, we all know that 4,800 international units. Everyone knows it. Hence, and also we can know that while solving, when you solve 2-3 years question papers, there will be at least 1 or 2 questions in the, regarding this one. Hence, at least for some very important things, memorizing of numericals is very much essential. So hence, and also yeah, so and all these crops, yeah, and some of the crops are richer in 1 or 2 major other nutrients, like cashew nut is rich in vitamin B1 and protein and also phosphorus. So you can group it easily, and hence you can remember it very well. And also here I mentioned what are the other names of these things: vitamin A, retinol, vitamin B1, B2, vitamin C. Similarly, what are the other vitamins, and also the nutrient deficiencies. What are the nutrient deficiencies occur when there is a lack of this type of phytonutrient in our body? So vitamin A deficiency causes xerophthalmia or night blindness, and B1 deficiency causes beriberi. B2 is stomatitis or cirrhosis. It is it related to lips and tongue. And vitamin C deficiency causes scurvy, and this is the gum disorder. And the protein deficiency causes kwashiorkor and marasmus in children. Similarly, the calcium deficiency causes osteoporosis. That is, we all know that bones get very porous due to lack of calcium. And also the iron deficiency is caused by anemia. So please, I'm again telling, at least for some of the things, that is dry coriander 39.1%, what is the richest source of vitamins, that is Barbados cherry, and for at least for few things you should be memorized, the numericals also. And here, apart from all these things, you should also be knowing what are the other names of vitamins. That is vitamin B complex. We have several vitamins, B1, B3 I mentioned here, and also vitamin B3. That is, what is it called? Niacin. Similarly, B5, B6, B7, B9, and also B12. Here there was a question. Why have I put a star mark? Which one of the following vitamin contains the cobalt? Sorry, cobalt element. So the name itself indicates it is cobalamin. So it contains cobalt. and folic acid, which this spina bifida. It was also one of the asked question in exam, JRF exam, and also the B3. So these are the ones you should be definitely knowing. So if you get thorough in these, at least from this slide, there may be any one or two questions. Definitely there will be one or two questions. You might check in your previous papers. That is, yeah, you should be throwing all these things. And why I have put why I have highlighted the green things here: vitamin D, E, K, and also vitamin A. These are the fat soluble vitamins A, D, E, K. And what are the water soluble vitamins? The remaining ones, the B and C. Hence, grouping and the learning by grouping is very much essential, and it is very much easy. You will be remembered. So, and yeah, moving further. So, what is fruit? So, fruit is, we all know that it is a product of mature or ripened ovary. So, and what are the other things that come like this questions? That is, what is a matured ovule is called? What is a mature ovule is called seed? And what is the immature root? Immature root is called radicle. The immature shoot is called plumule, and immature saprophyte is called embryo. So like that, you have to group it. Wherever encounter such things, you should always be thinking of what are the other things. When you repeatedly see, when you study this, you will get all these things. Again, when you study about ovule, you will study somewhere. So you will get, and then you will remember that. So matured ovule is seed, and a matured ovary is fruit. Like that, it will be automatically repeated and will retain in your mind for a long time. So in many cases, the fruit is developed from ovary, and in many cases, some parts of the flower also developed from the fruit. So example, and those parts include receptacle, thalamus, calyx, etc. So here I will show the typical section of vertical section of the flower, where it has all the parts, that is calyx, corolla, petals, sepals, androecium, venoecium, etc. Here I will be yeah, this is one of the thing that is many of the, even my friends, when I studying with the when I studying in UG for completed exams, there will be a lot of confusion regarding perfect flower and complete flower. So what is perfect flower and what is complete flower? So here there is a flower, and I will yeah, I will be labeling it like this. So we got one is calyx, corolla, androecium, and gynoecium. 1, 2, 3, 4. So this part is called calyx. This corolla, the petals are called corolla, and this is the one, the androecium, the male reproductive part, and also gynoecium, the female reproductive part. So these are called essential orals of the flower. WHORL, essential oral of the flower. When all the 4 essential oral of the flowers are present, then it is called a complete flower. So, and what is the perfect flower? Perfect flower is very much simple. It is presence of both male and female. When the flower is bisexual, it is both male and female reproductive organs are present. It is called bisexual or hermaphrodite flower. So this is very much simple. So don't get confused. So this is perfect, and yeah, the androecium and gynoecium are present, it is perfect flower. And when all 4 essential orals are present in a flower, it is called as complete flower. So what type of question may arise from this? So here we can see an example, which among the following fruit bears a perfect flower. So here we all know that the papaya is a venodiaceous one, date palm is a dioecious. So not both reproductive parts will not be there in one flower. So jackfruit also monoecious one. Both male and female flowers are present, but not together. In different part of a tree, it will be present. And guava. So which is the correct answer here? If you know what is perfect, instead of, you know the term bisexual, you know the term hermaphrodite, but if you don't know the term perfect flower, then you won't be answering this question. So hence here the right answer is guava, because in all those things flowers are separated. Only in the guava you can find both male and that is bisexual flowers. So please get clear about the concept and learn. So coming to fruit morphology. So when I have inverted this one, because this is the stalk which represent when the flower develops, it becomes fruit. It will be like this. So for the easily understanding, I have inverted the flower, and when now the flower is developed, and we can see the fruit. And fruit, we have a different part. This outer one is called epicarp, and the middle portion is called mesocarp, and the inner portion is called endocarp. And inside the endocarp, there will be seed. So this epicarp and mesocarp will be collectively called as pericarp. So we can see this type of demarcation in some fruits, and there will be some modifications also that we will be seeing further. For this thing, you have to be 100% thorough with this thing, because all the edible portion, what is that fruit modification, type of fruit, are all based on these things. So you should be definitely 100% thorough with this thing. It's epicarp, mesocarp, and endocarp. So this one is called, yeah, and though the collectively mesocarp and epicarp is called as pericarp. So in that, in here mango, we can see that outer portion, the pericarp, mesocarp, and also in the endocarp, inside the endocarp there will be seed. So the stalk end is called stem end or receptacle end or proximal end, and the opposite. So here also you can get some of the other things. What is the stalk of the leaf is called? The stalk of the leaf is called petiole, and the stalk of the flower or fruit is called pedicel. We have the pedicel here, and the stalk of the inflorescence is called peduncle. So the grouping of things, it works everywhere. So when you read about the inflorescence, you will get about what are all the other things that is similar to these things. So moving further, so these are about the proximal end, and this part is called as, so and this portion is called as stigma end, blossom end, or distal end. Why stigma end? Because yeah, this is the portion where the stigma, it will be there, but after the development of the fruit, the stigma is not present now. So B, I will tell you again, you please, the morphology, you should be 100% clear. Otherwise, what are the other things that might come as question? No, what is the edible part? Which part is modification of, sorry, which fruit is modification of which part? Either you can easily answer those questions when you know these things. So moving further, the types of fruit, that is simple fruit, aggregate fruit, and also multiple fruit, multiple or composite fruit. So in that there will be subdivision: simple fruit, dry fruit, fleshy fruit, drupe, or stone. So these are simple fruit, aggregate fruit, and multiple fruit. So what is simple fruit? Why it is called simple? Because it is developed, we can see in the flower, from one ovary a fruit is developed, it is called as simple fruit. It's a single purpose ovary. So simple, very much, there will not be any demarcations or not any further complicated things. So this is called as simple fruit. And what is aggregate fruit? This is from apocarpus pistils. When the flower is single only, and when the fruit is developed from the apocarpus pistils, it is called as aggregate fruit. And what is multiple fruit? Here the flower itself, the fruit itself developed from different flowers. So this is called as multiple fruit. We will be dealing and I will show you each and everything with examples. So you should be remember these things: simple fruit, aggregate fruit, single flower, and multiple fruit from many flowers. There might be a question: which one of the which among the following is developed from only one fruit? Sorry, one flower. At that time, you should be in a position to answer that question. So simple fruit developed from a single flower, as I said, and in that there is a subdivision. First coming to dry fruit, and further it is classified as dehiscent, indehiscent, and sezocarp. So you should know what is dehiscent means, which can easily dehisce. That means the outer portion, that is pericarp, it is split open at maturity. So when the pericarp is split open at maturity, it is called a dehiscent fruit. Here some of the types of the dehiscent fruit, that is follicle, pod, capsule, siliqua, and silicula. So all these things are not required. We can take what is necessary for fruit science. So here it is onla. It is a capsule. Capsule come under dehiscent fruit, and it is a dry fruit. So here are the diagrammatic representations. We can see this in the type of legume, that is peas, and also in some of the ornamentals we can see these things. And here is called, yeah, here the onla, the capsule part. You can see this here. And coming to indehiscent fruit, that means indehiscent, that means pericarp do not split at maturity. So here the examples of these things are the achene, caryopsis, nut, and cypsela. You can see in the diagram, it will be understand easily. So yes, achene is the one which you will find when you see the strawberry, each one in the outer portion, when you will see white flower thing, hard thing. So that is achene. And caryopsis, this is the caryopsis, wheat, maize, and rice. And nut, almond, chestnut, and pecan nut. You can see it here. So yeah, there is indehiscent fruit, there is a demarcation, but it do not split. So this is called as indehiscent fruit. And also we can see the walnut. Only when you break it, it will be split open into two parts. And also third one, the sesocarpic fruit, that is the fruit developed from two or more carpels. It's split and as indehiscent. That means it's split as chambers. Example is coriander and carrot. If you have experience, when we sow the coriander seeds, we will rub in our hands. We will rub in our hands and we will sow it. When we rub in our hands, the seeds will separate it. So each one will be having ovary, and that thing will be germinated as individual plants. So this is about dry fruits. And now moving to fleshy fruits, this is also called as succulent fruits. So it is developed from a single flower. We know that single flower with simple compound ovary, which might be inferior or superior, or single or multilocular. Locular means chambers. Superior or inferior ovary, we will tell superior ovary, inferior ovary based on the position where it is attached to the flower. So if the flower parts are below the ovary, then it is called as superior ovary. And when the flower part is above the ovary, it is called as inferior ovary. So don't be confused. When you just see a picture, you will be realized. So in that fleshy fruits, coming to pome, the pome means the two or more chambered fruit. That is, I told what is chambered means, that is locular. When the ovary has more locules, in the individual locules there will be chambers, and in that individual chambers seeds will be arise. So pome, two or more chambered false fruit developed from fleshy edible thalamus. So why it is a false fruit? Remember this thing, pome is always a false fruit because it will not be directly developed from ovary. It is developed from the surrounding parts of the ovary. I will show you the picture. And the fruit developed from syncarpus inferior gynoecium. Example, apple, pear, quince, loquat. So yeah, this is the fruit, this will be the flower, and this is the fruit. Here, why it is a false fruit means this is actually the ovary. In the ovary, there will be chambers. So these are the 5 chambers, and in the 5 chambers, there are seeds. And here, this portion, the adipal portion, is developed from the surrounding portion of the ovary, and that is called as thalamus. So be clear. So here we have to remember is pome is a false fruit. It is developed from thalamus, and yeah, it has chambers, and it might be a single or many chambered fruit. So this is about pome. And coming to berry, so what are the characteristics? Berry should the pericarp of the berry has a thick. The pericarp will be thick and juicy, and it is divided into 3 indistinct layers. So you won't see any distinct separation between the layers. Example, papaya, banana, guava, and date palm. I will show you the picture. So this is papaya, a transfer section. See here, observe there is no clear-cut demarcation. So here there is mixed. The outer portion is actually fused with the mesocarp, and the mesocarp is almost fused with the endocarp. And here inside the endocarp, seeds are presented. So some other examples include banana. So here we may peel the outer one, but here also there is no clear-cut demarcation. You can see it in guava. So here the outer portion, the middle portion, and here the endocarp. So this is what this is a date palm. So here also there is no date palm is not nut. Actually, many people will get confused. So this is also one of the berry. So Hesperidium, moving to another fleshy fruit, Hesperidium, fruit with a leathery and glandular pericarp. So what is glandulars? It has some glands which contain juice, and those juice sacs are developed from endocarp. So all citrus fruits. Here I will tell what is the Hesperidium. So this is the fruit. This is the outer layer that is called as flavido. Yeah, the flavido contains what is that? Oil glands. So all this minor thing, I saw many of the people still have a confusion that this is flavido, this is albedo. No, that is not actually. This is pericarp, this is mesocarp. So the pericarp, mesocarp, and this entire portion, the big portion is itself endocarp. So people usually demarcate as this is one layer, this is one layer, and the inside hollow one is one, that is one layer. No, that is not. So this outermost layer is called flavido, and it contains juice sacs, and the middle portion, mesocarp, is albedo. and this whole huge thing is endocarp. So from endocarp, the two sacs will arise. Since we will see seeds here, not in the hollow portion. If the hollow portion is endocarp, we should see seeds in the middle portion, right? But we will see the seeds here. It is adjoining to the what is that? This juicy sacs. So here, yeah, please be careful about these things. Flavido, albedo, and these are also one of the frequently asked questions in the ICAR exams. And moving to next further type of fruit, that is pepo. So pepo is a modified berry, and the epicarp is hard and tough. In all the other types, we saw that the epicarp was not hard, but here the epicarp is very hard and tough, and the seeds are remains attached to the placental walls and also embedded in pulp. So these are the cucurbitaceous. You should imagine the outer portion is hard and tough. In this muskmelon, you will be seeing these things. So muskmelon, the outer portion is hard, very hard. This is mesocarp, and the seeds are embedded in this placental walls. This pulpy layer we can easily separate. So same for all the cucurbitaceous fruits like this. And another one in fleshy fruits, that is balusta. So balusta, the epicarp is leathery and crowned by sepals, and seeds are covered with juicy layer of pulp which is developed from the seed coat. So example is pomegranate. So epicarp is leathery and crowned by sepals. This is the thing. This is actually one big sepal, and these sepals, this thing portion you are seeing is actually the sepals. So here you can see it. It is entirely the fruit covered by sepal. That is actually a calyx portion. This is the real actually flowers. Sorry. Yeah, and the seeds, all those things, the edible portion are seeds. The seeds are actually inside it. These are the things. These are the white ones are seeds that are covered by juicy layer of pulp, and this is actually the edible seed coat. That is balusta. So what is the edible portion? It is also called as erils. So please remember this. So moving to drupe or stone fruits, in these fruits you can see the clear cut demarcation of 3 layers. So what the typical one I have drawn earlier, that can be quoted as a perfect example for drupe fruits. So here the 3 distinct layers can be seen, and there is a character for each layer, that is the outer one epicarp will be very thick. So imagine a raw mango. When you imagine a raw mango, you can easily differentiate between these things. The outer layer that will be very hard, very thick, but yeah, there will be demarcation. You can easily peel it off. And the middle one is called mesocarp, which is actually we will eat it, and the inside one is hard endocarp, in which we will see the seed. So here drupe is the one, actually it's a true fruit because it is directly developed from the ovary. Pome is not. Pome is developed from the surrounding parts of the ovary. So this is the drupe fruit, and examples include mango, peach, nectarine, plum, cherry, olives, apricot, and also coconut. So yeah, you can see it here. A clear cut demarcation. Here the outer thick epicarp is seen, and here mesocarp is seen, and also hard endocarp. When you break this one, the shades will be there here. Some other examples, this is the plum. So this is the peaches. In peaches also, yeah, in dried peaches, usually in the people of North India will be very much known these things, but people of South India may not be much aware of the prunes and plums and the coconut. Yeah, this can be easily separated. The layers, the epicarp, the exocarp, the endocarp, and also the inside portion, that is endosperm actually. And coming to other type of fruit, that is aggregate fruit. The aggregate fruit is developed from a single flower. We all know that simple fruit and aggregate fruit, single flower. Only that fruit is developed from different flowers are multiple fruits. So developed from single flower having apocarpous pistil. Yeah, the flower is one, the pistils are apocarpous. In simple fruit, syncarpous pistil. Here, yeah, each individual things that will be actually the real fruits, but it is aggregated. So this is the receptacle part, calyx portion. So everything will be remains the same. So here are the examples. That is aconitum. When there is aggregation of achenes, it is called as aconitum. When there is aggregation of drupes, it is called as raspberry. When the aggregation of follicle, that is called as follicetum. Earlier it was called etaria of achenes, etaria of drupelets, etaria of follicles. So in the recent literature, it has been revised. So this is the strawberry. These are the ones which is having lines. No, these are the ones actually the real fruits, and the ones you will see here are the seeds. That is called as achenes. So this is the raspberry. That is etaria of drupelets. This is custard apple, etaria of drupelets. These are the individual fruits, and also magnolia, etaria of follicle. So multiple fruit, as I said, it is composed of many flowers in the one inflorescence, collectively developed from the entire flowers of the inflorescence. It has two types, sorosis and also the synchronous. So we will be seeing those things. The sorosis, the fruit is developed from a spike or spadix. So we know that the spike or spadix is and when the inflorescence is like this, it is called a spike, and fruit fuses by succulent calyx. So this is the one, succulent calyx. Calyx, you should remember the flower part, that is calyx one, the outer covering. So these are the ones, are actually the calyx portion. The fruit is covered by calyx, and the mother axis become fleshy. So we can see when you eat the pineapple, there will be core inside now. So that core is actually the mother axis of the inflorescence, from which these small individual fruits will be arised and are and are fused. Hence, it is called as multiple fruit. Example: pineapple, jackfruit, and also mulberry. So this is pineapple, and you can see the jackfruit. In jackfruit also, this is entire inflorescence. Sorry. Yeah, entire inflorescence, the spadix, the female inflorescence is spadix, and it is the individual fruits, it will be developed. So this hard portion outward, it is actually covered by the calyx one. So this is also mulberry. And synchronous. The fruit is developed from hollow, fleshy, enlarged receptacle and contains numerous male and female flower. Imagine fig and also the wild fig. So you can see this. This is one. This is the hollow portion. There will be a hollow portion, and the fleshy receptacles will be there, and those things are actually edible with numerous male and female flowers. So in this portion, at the stigmatic end, there will be male flowers, and in the stalk end, there will be female flowers. So this is the synchronous flower. And coming to the brief summary of what are the things we learned. So this is a type of fruit. It is simple, aggregate, and multiple fruit. And in that, there comes the dry fruit, fleshy fruit, and also drupe. So in dry fruit, there will be dehiscent, and schizocarpic, and also the types of each type and types and examples of each of the fruits. So similarly for fleshy fruits, that is pome and berry. So pome is fall fruit, and berry, and also the modifications of berries, that is pepo, hesperidium and drupe. So drupe is the true fruit, actually derived from ovary, and we also saw the examples. So, and also aggregate fruit, we saw that it is developed from aggregation of pistils and from single flower. So for both the simple fruit and also aggregate fruit, the fruit will be developed from single flower only, and only for multiple fruit, the fruit is developed from multiple flowers of this one inflorescence. So in the multiple fruit, we saw sorosis and also synchronous. Sorosis example pineapple, and also synchronous fig. So this is about fruit, that is a type of fruits, basic homology. So yes, if you have any questions, queries regarding this, it is welcome, and any sessions also, that is fast or slow or anything, yeah, any critics also, you please let me know. So thank you.
Thank you, Dilip. Very wonderful session.
Thank you, sir.
Nice explanation also. Yes, students, it's time for yours time. It's yours time. Any doubts? Any queries? Yes, any suggestions too? Yes. Anybody? No doubts. No doubt, huh? Everything clear?
Which site is best to know the recent statistics data? Can directly rely on the horticulture statistics at a glance that will be released by Ministry of Agriculture and Farmer Welfare. It is a government website, and also from the Press Information Bureau, that is PIB. From that also the updates on the statistics you can get. So you can rely on that, Archana. And any more questions? The only thing regarding data is I repeatedly say that you should be updated every time. When you will be reading this time this data this time, but when you write at the time of exam, there will be changed. So hence you have to be updated.
Every year there is a estimations, first estimation,
Yeah, sir.
second estimation, third estimation. That the latest data
Yeah,
you
sir.
have to be no. Okay. Any more doubt? Sir, decision fruit division, is it necessary?
Hello.
Yes, there is a question.
Sir.
Decision fruit division is necessary. Is it necessary? In chat
Decent
box.
fruit division.
Yeah.
Sir, I'm not. I didn't understand
Just
that
go through
question.
chart.
Yeah, in chart there is. Which site is best? And I'm only seeing after that there are two. Thank you. Okay, sir. Please read it again, sir. I didn't understand what is that question.
Days, actually, I am not able to pronounce correctly. DEHISCENT. Fruit division. Is it necessary?
So yeah, okay. They mean in the decent fruit there will be splitting open. It is there will be definitely. It is not a matter of necessary or not. In the decent fruit, the pericarp will be completely split open after maturity. Yeah, and it will definitely split open. Only in the indecent fruit, it is not split open. There will be demarcation, but it do not split open. So in the decent fruit, yeah, there will be definitely splitting of the fruit will be there.
Okay, next.